Half a mile beneath me here are 12 boys trying to be brave, desperate to be free, but not out of danger yet. And here at the very entrance to the cave, rescuers, and we've seen dozens of them arriving just within the last few minutes, are working furiously to try to find a way to free the boys. They're also looking at the skies because if the monsoon rains start again, these boys could be in trouble. They are drilling and digging, and it's desperate because it's a race against time, pumping water out of the caves before the rain fills them again. Deep inside, new images of a soccer team the world is watching. 12 boys and their coach wrapped in space blankets, their spirits high, Navy divers laughing with them. "What do you say to your fans?" says one. Everyone's watching. One boy gives a victory sign. A doctor treats their cuts. Then, one by one, they send a message to their parents. "I'm in good health," he says. None of the boys can swim. They're now getting a crash course on how to use underwater masks. The risks all around them clear. Divers wading through muddy floodwater. It took 6 hours to reach the boys, he says, and 6 hours back. A 30-strong American team, part of the rescue force.
This is very technical and very advanced.
And dangerous.
Yes.
They are pumping millions of gallons of water out of the caves every day. Meanwhile, up on the hills, up to 30 teams are looking for holes or shafts they could use to winch the boys out. That could be the safest option, drilling a shaft a half-mile down into the cave. That way the boys would avoid wading and floating at least 2.5 miles to the cave entrance. Some passageways are even too narrow for scuba gear. Rescuers are doing drills, practicing for the moment the boys are brought out, a moment their families watching the new video can't wait for. It's like he's been given a new life, says one mother. Thai officials say the boys may not come out together. Some are weaker than others, but they're alive and they're smiling, and tens of millions are smiling with them. Well, helicopters have been circling here again, looking for those holes into the caves, because apparently the boys said they could hear dogs barking, telephone cables being run into the cave so the boys can talk to and possibly even see their parents. And today the boys have been asking about the Soccer World Cup and who's winning. Well, so far here they're winning, and I think the millions who are watching hope it stays that way. Hoda, Craig.
Bill, thanks.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.